doing okay?
Check. Oh, yeah. Roger.
Is there a tougher cellular phone out there? Spare me. The more you need a cellular phone, the more you need Motorola.
Sun, snow, rain, or fog. Know what to expect. Just 95 cents a minute. Dial 1-900-WEATHER and connect.
Hi, Bob Vila here with an exciting new hand tool from Sears. If you're impressed with our Craftsman RoboGrip pliers, wait till you see this. Hey, Jim, how you doing with that table?
Oh, these hex nuts are driving me crazy. My adjustable wrench keeps rounding off the corners, and I don't have box end wrenches for all the different sizes.
Here, try the Craftsman Pocket Socket adjustable box end wrench. With a one-hand adjustment, you can lock onto nuts and bolts of almost any size, metric or standard, from 5/16 to 3/4 of an inch, or 8 to 18 millimeters. The closed box end clamps tight, and heat-treated steel construction makes it durable. And because it's a Craftsman hand tool, made in America, it's guaranteed forever.
For rush delivery of your Craftsman Pocket Socket, get your Sears charge or other credit card ready and call 1-800-541-8555. That's 1-800-541-8555. Or send your check or money order for only $19.99 plus shipping and handling to the address on your screen. Call 1-800-541-8555 right now.
Watching the Weather Channel for accurate forecasts at your convenience. Weather you can always turn to.
Not today.
Morning sinus. It's the worst kind of sinus pain.
How can I face this day?
When you've got to work, you've got to get strong sinus medicine that won't make you drowsy. Introducing non-drowsy Theraflu Sinus. Powerful new sinus caplets. No more pain, no more pressure, no drowsiness.
I can do this.
When it's got to work, it's got to be new Theraflu Sinus.
Look for Theraflu at your local pharmacy.
Morning, and it is time for breakfast. You have $1.99. What are you going to do?
4 Rise and Shine combos from Hardee's. Choose a made-from-scratch sausage biscuit, ultimate omelet biscuit, biscuit and gravy, or bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. We'll give you hash rounds and your choice of coffee, orange juice, or a soft drink. 4 combos, $1.99 each, only from Hardee's.
Answer me, Private. Hardee's. All right.
Fresh from the kitchen at Hardee's.
Try made-from-scratch biscuits today at a Hardee's restaurant near you.
All right, here we go. Time to update you on the tropics. And as we take a look at what's going on out there over the Atlantic, you can obviously see NOAA working its way north and even northeastward now a little bit. and obviously not looking as good as it did yesterday at this time. This is an upper air low, which is north of Puerto Rico this morning, but a tremendous flare-up with this tropical wave that came through the islands yesterday starting to interact with that upper air low now, and boom, big showers firing up there around Puerto Rico and between that and Hispaniola as well. Off to the Yucatan we go. We still have a depression which is onshore this morning, but like yesterday, a lot of the deep convection is off to the east, and I think once again in western Cuba we have to be on the alert here for some locally heavy rain. They had in this place called Cabo San Antonio 12 inches, around a foot of rain there. Isle of Pines had almost a half a foot of rain. Another spot here, I can't remember, up in western Cuba, 5.99 inches. So I mean, you know, you're talking a ton of rain here. 19.7 north, 88.7 west. This is the 5 a.m. on TD17. Let's see, 100 miles southeast of Merida would be down in here, and it's nearly stationary. Winds are 30 miles an hour. So this thing just kind of sitting around here, continuing to show showers and thunderstorms near the center. And actually, there was a little bit of a pressure drop overnight, which is kind of interesting, of the thing on shore. But I mean, you know, look at this. Look at the energy here. Tremendous amounts of shower and thunderstorm activity, and this is all moving off to the north and east. So guess who's in line for that? Western Cuba and the Isle of Pines. Could be some locally heavy rain there, and needless to say, some flooding. Now, the hurricane hunters are standing by. They can't recon this because it's not offshore. And it doesn't look like this area is going to develop, at least anytime soon. But if we were to kind of displace the upper level high and get this convection to persist long enough, I mean, there could be another low developing out and through here, but it doesn't appear that that's going on, at least at the present time. So we'll watch this center, which is eventually forecast to lift on off to the north, and that's going to happen once that next disturbance rolls over and through the trough and across northern Utah. That, I think, is going to start to allow this area to respond a little bit more. Right now, there's a trough here. You can see a trough carved out. That's the dark color right there, and the ridge is actually displaced off to the east. So with your center here and your upper level anticyclone here, I mean, you're not really perfectly favorable for development in any of these areas. But let's say this convection persists underneath the ridge. That's why I'm saying there's a chance for maybe getting a little bit of a surface low there in time, but we'll have to wait and see. With the instability over South Florida today, showers and storms. There's an easterly wave here too, so that's going to bring in the showers once again to the beaches today. Some of this could be once again heavy, so keep an eye out there. We also have this upper air low, which is well to the southeast of Florida. Hopefully that'll push some of this drier air in, but it doesn't look like it's going to do that at all. This thing's just sitting here spinning right now, maybe even drifting a little bit off to the south and west, but enough so that it's interacting here with this wave that moved through yesterday. And just look at the blow-up of thunderstorms going on there. Looks like a wet day for Puerto Rico. There's still a weakness off to the east of that, and this one obviously has taken NOAA almost out of the picture at this point. So that is great news indeed. So here it is. The thunderstorm complex between Hispaniola and Puerto Rico blowing up this morning. Looks like some heavy rain heading into San Juan today. So if you're heading into San Juan, make sure you bring your umbrellas because it will be a very, very unstable day. NOAA 16.9, 42.4 west. This is the 5 a.m. Again, it's probably at its closest point to the islands, so 1,250 miles, and then we think it's going to start heading on off toward the north and east. Here you can see NOAA, and obviously the cloud shield expanding north and east. That gives you kind of a hint in which way the upper level winds are flowing. And there is a little bit of a surface low here south of the Cape Verde Islands that we are also keeping an eye on as we work our way in time. Well, we're talking about a serious real estate change here. We've come all the way over into the Philippines here to introduce you to Tropical Storm Sybil. And Sybil obviously is containing some tremendous rainfall here as it is now moving on shore through the central Philippines. Should clip the southern island of Luzon and then head out here and redevelop as a typhoon. So tropical storm, typhoon. Tropical storm does mean some very heavy rain though for the Philippines. So let's get to the forecast. Wrong button there. Sorry about that, Jimmy. Here you go. High pressure, New England all the way southward into Minnesota or Mississippi and Alabama today. Just an absolutely gorgeous day coming up in the eastern part of the country. It's going to get breezy. North Carolina up toward the Chesapeake Bay. Could see some gale force winds there by tonight. And this high displaced off the Maine coast and this low to the south and that long fetch of easterly wind over the Atlantic is going to mean the surf is up today. The surf is up along the Jersey Shore and it will be for the weekend as well. The swells will get bigger and bigger. Here's low pressure developing and throwing the precipitation literally up into the Twin Cities by this afternoon. Some of this could be as far east as Chicago, and as we take you out of the west, this is the next upper air disturbance which will come over the mountains, so you can see the showers and even the high elevation snow. So look for the elevation snow to drop this afternoon, especially in the mountains of northern Utah. So we got a bullet on tap for you in New England today. A few high thin clouds maybe along the coastline, but absolutely gorgeous and feeling fall-like with some fantastic fall color across northern New England right now. The higher elevations are looking the best this weekend, but we are at peak, and this will probably be the weekend to be in upstate New York and northern New England. I mean, we're talking about 5 or 6 hours from New York and Boston here. Down in the South Florida, we're expecting more showers and thunderstorms today, but warm temperatures once again.
Identify yourself. Do you go for the gusto? Go out on a limb? Go full speed ahead? Go where no man has gone before? Or are you a cornflake eater? Guess not. You go for the adrenaline-pumping, milk-defying taste of Wheaties, made with wall-to-wall, indoor, outdoor, toasty, tasty, 100% whole wheat. A whole mouthful of flavor. It's the whole Megillah. So for taste that goes all out, go for the over-the-top taste of whole wheat Wheaties.
Now in the commemorative Cal Ripken Jr. box.
If your car isn't performing like it used to, put back the power with Slick 50 Fuel System Formula. 10 times more powerful than the leading fuel treatment, Slick 50 cleans the entire fuel system. You'll feel the difference guaranteed. Ask for Slick 50 Fuel System Formula. More power to you.
Slick 50 Fuel System Formula can be found at the following fine retailers.
This is a really beautiful day. Soup weather. There's this cream of chicken with vegetables from Healthy Choice, and that is rich stuff. Great big vegetables, lean chicken. Just makes you feel good. And only has 2 grams of fat. Beautiful. With Healthy Choice, I can eat what I like.
Because it only takes one drop to make a difference. Watch the Weather Channel. Weather you can always turn to.
And now it's time for the Michelin Drivers Report, brought to you by Michelin and your participating Michelin dealers.
Well, it looks like a dry morning commute across the Northeast, the Mid-Atlantic, and across the Ohio Valley. Heading off on the LIE this morning, no problems across Long Island. Nice weather, too, across the Massachusetts Turnpike and the Pennsylvania Turnpike. But as we head out across the Plain States, you'll be dodging lots of showers and storms, I-80 and I-70, as showers and thunderstorms are rolling in across Nebraska and across Kansas. Well, this morning, what we have going on, we have a lot of rainy conditions across the heartland. A rather complex low-pressure system continues to deepen and intensify, and right now it's charging in across the Central Plains, spreading a large swath of showers and storms. Kind of wet and soggy too, though, around Miami and across the southern tip of Florida, as there's a frontal boundary too slowly easing in across the state, spreading more showers and storms throughout the afternoon. And watch out, because some of these thunderstorms today could be very, very potent. We'll update those radars and the current weather coming up next.
Presenting the ultimate tire for your sport utility vehicle, the Michelin LTX. Michelin's technological advances in sidewall and tread design give it a smoother, quieter ride than you might ever expect from a 4x4 tire. Yet it's rugged enough, tough enough, and Michelin enough to get you through anything. The LTX series from Michelin.
Find Michelin tires at this dealer near you, because so much is riding on your tires.
And now your local forecast. Accurate, convenient, and dependable. Only on the Weather Channel.
King's Defense Kentucky.
So we take a look at your forecast now for
northern Kentucky, southeast Indiana, and the greater Cincinnati tri-state area. For today, calling for sunny skies with a high in the lower 80s. Expect south winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, calling for clear skies with a low in the mid-50s and south winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour again. On Saturday, look for partly sunny skies and warm temperatures with a high in the mid-80s. Taking a look at the extended forecast for Sunday, look for partly cloudy skies and continued warm. Lows will be near 60 with highs in the low to mid-80s. On Monday, calling for a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows will be near 60 again, with highs from the mid-70s to the low 80s. On Tuesday, look for a chance of showers. Lows will be in the mid-50s with highs 70 to 75. And a closer look at the short-term forecast. Mostly clear skies this morning will allow temperatures to warm into the lower 70s by noon. Winds will become south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And at 6 a.m., the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport had clear skies. The temperature was 55, dew point 52. Relative humidity was 90%. Winds around the northeast at 6 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.4.
Nature's going to make up, although the winds will be a little feisty today.
That's right. We'll talk about the entire nation. We'll get right to the satellite picture and show you where you're waking up to some pretty weather. Really cut the nation in half, and east of the Mississippi, it's a nice start. Now, I say nice, but we know you folks in New England still could use some rain. It's been a very, very dry summer, and you do still have deficits. It doesn't look likely today. As a matter of fact, your next round of rain will probably come into the picture by possibly Monday or Tuesday of next week. Until then, though, it's going to be awfully dry. Really, it's going to be very nice for many folks in the east, from Atlanta, Georgia, to Detroit, to D.C. today. Clear skies, great TGIF weather. Excuse me, whatever. South Florida, continued rain showers. I'm having a rough time getting started here this morning. Continued rain showers, a lot of cloudy weather, so you do need to keep those umbrellas handy around Miami and also Fort Lauderdale. Homestead, you know the routine. Just throw the umbrella in the back of the car just in case. We have a lot of stormy weather over the central U.S. We have a developing area of low pressure, and that will continue to kick up some storms, and they might be severe. They have been severe overnight. As a matter of fact, there was a watch area in effect earlier today. That has been canceled. That was we were watching out for tornadoes. The good news is that has been canceled, but we're just going to have to keep an eye on this general area because it does look like some strong storms are possible. Now, at this hour, it looks like the air mass is stabilizing a bit, so things have calmed down a little bit, but there are still some pretty good embedded storms. That's it, though. Really, the east looks fantastic. The west, just a little light rain in the Pacific Northwest. That's it. We'll check in on the precipitation since yesterday at 8 o'clock, and we show you that, of course, a lot of rain has been falling over the central U.S. and over parts of Arizona with all the severe storms that rumbled. Reports of anywhere from 1 to 2 and even 3 inches of rain, and that's a lot for the folks in this area. Now, they had a lot of flooding reports in Arizona. We've had a lot of rain reported too in parts of central and south Florida, and you can see the rain spreading off to the east here. Some of those amounts will continue to total 1, 2, and 3 inches. Check out the lightning data. We have strikes occurring now from parts of the Dakotas all the way down to Oklahoma. Some of the most recent strikes are showing up here from Iowa down to Missouri. So again, in white, the flashing area is showing you the most recent cloud-to-ground strikes. There's the current weather picture, and we show you high pressure anchored up over the northeastern region. A quiet start to your day. It looks very, very nice. Foggy weather, though, from parts of New York State down through Pennsylvania. Just drive carefully here with the light winds and the clear skies associated with that high fog developed last night. We even have some reports of frost coming in from New England, so kind of a chilly start here. Temperatures are in the low 30s, 32 now in Burlington, 39 in Rochester, and 54 in New York City, 56 Philly, and 47 currently in Boston. So there you see it again, 47 Boston, 69 in Panama City, and 58 in Atlanta, Georgia. We show you 60 in Little Rock and 72 in Oklahoma City, 67 in the Houston metro area. Across this region, we do have that frontal boundary sitting right over the Sunshine State, and that will continue to keep the conditions quite favorable for strong storms. As a matter of fact, we have a close-up look at the latest radar picture. We'll take you in here for a close-up view, and we'll show you that storms are still popping south of the frontal boundary. Fort Lauderdale, Homestead, Miami. You all will keep the chance for rain today. So around Boca, another messy one. It was kind of like this yesterday, and conditions went downhill throughout the morning. That's what we're looking at again today. So messy weather pattern. Across this region, strong storms continue to fire. They have been severe at times this morning, so we'll watch this. At this hour, storms are firing from Iowa through Missouri into parts of eastern Kansas. They've rumbled right through St. Joe, and they're about to move through Des Moines, Omaha. It's been a messy morning for you folks too, but at least the strong storms are through and you're just back to rain showers. So we go back to the maps and talk about the scenario here. Looks like again that stormy weather will possibly continue. Dew points are high, temperatures are high, and we have all the ripe conditions out there for strong storms. So there's your current weather picture put back together. A lot of quiet weather this morning in the east. It looks great. You just might have to drive a little slower than normal with that fog. This is the area to watch with those strong storms. We'll let you know if any watches or warnings are posted. Bruce.
Alrighty, time now to take a look at what we can expect for the next 24 hours as we take a look at your midday weather map. And here's the situation now. We see again most of the unsettled weather going to be taking place right here across the midsection of the country. That's where the wet weather will be, and into the Rocky Mountains. As these lows come on out, we start getting southerly winds and a little more moisture. By and large, real quiet weather in the east thanks to the high pressure. Quiet in regards to not all that much precipitation. Not so quiet because the winds are going to be strong. That high to the north and the low wave along the front going to bring some pretty stiff winds off the ocean, so it'll be a little blustery and a few coastal showers possible. And of course, South Florida will see some wet weather today, so wet in the corners and right through the midsection, but it's looking great elsewhere. Here it is piece by piece because I know it's early. Got to get the old sleepers out of the eyes. Well, I'll tell you, get them out and get the sunglasses and sweaters this morning. That's what you need in the Northeast. A mostly sunny day on tap today. It'll be crisp and invigorating, no precipitation worries, and temperatures a little cooler than yesterday. Some 50s down East Maine into northern New Hampshire, but from Portsmouth to Boston, Providence, Hartford, New York City, Atlantic City will be in the 60s, but around Cherry Hills and Philly we'll be getting into the 70s, same around Westchester, and then south through Virginia. Now you get west of the mountains, you get more of a southwesterly wind, and we'll see 80s. Cincinnati, Dayton, Toledo, up to the best location in the nation, Cleveland, Ohio, about 80 degrees today. Indeed, looking real nice. The Southland, we'll see the showers and storms into Florida. There'll be some wind and some coastal clouds, partly cloudy along the coast, sunshine inland, and then as you get closer to that system in the plains, strong winds through Texas, and of course we're seeing the showers and thunderstorms here. But the significant rain will be in the Gold Coast and the southern tip of Florida. Unfortunately, another half an inch to an inch of rain at least, but some spots could get more. And the numbers range from the 90s over eastern and southern Texas into western Louisiana, mainly 80s along the Gulf, but with that wind coming out of the north-northeast or east-northeast, it's going to keep it in the upper 70s, Atlanta and Athens and Greenville and Charlotte and on through the Carolinas. There's the system, and the most significant rain in the country as the moisture pumps north from Omaha, extending to Sioux Falls and extending farther north towards Thief River Falls, Minnesota. Showers and some thunderstorms, of which could be strong to severe, and strong winds up to Chicago and Milwaukee and Green Bay. An inch or more of rain right here towards the Red River and Missouri confluence. That's where we'll find the significant moisture, with 60s up to the north, 70s from Des Moines to Green Bay. Chicago will be in the 70s to near 80 degrees. Detroit and Cleveland, Indianapolis, Louisville will be in the 80s. And through the western states, again, the scattered showers into the Rockies, a few sprinkles along the coast, but otherwise we'll see a fairly quiet day. Some snow up in the mountains, of course, 1 to 3 inches, where temperatures will be cool, but the deserts will see some 90s and perhaps right near 100 degrees coming up. So that's a look at the situation as we work our way across the country for today. Hope you get out and enjoy it. Stay tuned. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll give you one way you might want to enjoy the weekend, and that's looking at the fall colors. The fall foliage report's coming next.
There once was a man and a bean. In their shadow a mule could be seen. They walked in the plains and found acres of land that were ripe, fertile and green. It didn't take long for that bean to grow strong and become 100% Colombian coffee. What, mon ami? You are expecting a rhyme, maybe?
Always look for this symbol to be sure you're buying 100% Colombian coffee.
Rise and shine! It is morning and it is time for breakfast. You have $1 $1.99. What are you going to do?
4 Rise and Shine combos from Hardee's. Choose a made-from-scratch sausage biscuit, ultimate omelet biscuit, biscuit and gravy, or bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. We'll give you hash rounds and your choice of coffee, orange juice, or a soft drink. 4 combos, $1.99 each, only from Hardee's.
Answer me, Private. Hardee's. All right.
Fresh from the kitchen at Hardee's.
Try made-from-scratch biscuits today at a Hardee's restaurant near you.
When you watch the Weather Channel at 20 minutes after the hour, you get an extended outlook with the 5-day business planner. At 42 minutes after the hour, get the temperatures and conditions across Europe with international weather. At 55 minutes after the hour, find out how the weather will affect your drive with a Michelin Driver's Report. And no matter when you tune in, you're never more than minutes away from your local forecast. The Weather Channel, weather you can always turn to. And now your local forecast. Accurate, convenient, and dependable. Only on the Weather Channel.
If your car isn't performing like it used to, put back the power with Slick 50 Fuel System Formula. 10 times more powerful than the leading fuel treatment, Slick 50 cleans the entire fuel system. You'll feel the difference guaranteed. Ask for Slick 50 Fuel System Formula. More power to you.
Slick 50 Fuel System Formula can be found at the following fine retailers.
Every time you make a long-distance call, AT&T sends out a signal to check the quality of the line, automatically routing around trouble before you've even finished dialing. Because in business, it all comes back to getting your calls through. Guaranteed network reliability at a competitive price.
Linda, I'd like to bounce an idea off.
Only from AT&T for the life of your business.
Fall color continues throughout northern New England. The best color continues to be in the higher elevations. The Adirondacks are also showing signs of peak, but as you can see, the color is not totally established, but it's on its way. In Pennsylvania, even with the drought, the sumac, sweet gum, and Virginia creeper are showing the ruby red they are so popular for. The color show is spotty across the Appalachians, but patches of the oncoming show can be seen as far south as the Cumberland Plateau of East Tennessee. Reports from the Great Lakes indicate a slow progression toward peak, with the most advanced color showing up in patches across northern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, and the upper peninsula of Michigan. Out west, foresters can't believe how late the aspens are this year. The delay is being blamed on the wet spring and the extended hot summer. The best color this weekend can be found along the Wyoming stream beds and around Alberta Falls in Rocky Mountain National Park. For more detailed regional fall foliage reports, please call 1-900-WEATHER. I'm Jim Cantore.
What kind of cereal do you want? Delicious Raisin Bran? We got that. Wholesome cornflakes? We got that. Crunchy multigrain flakes, crispy brown rice, tasty toasted oats? We got that too. But if you want all the salt and sugar they add to most cereals, we don't got that. If it doesn't add to the great natural taste, we don't add it to Grainfields. Grainfields, giving America's best-known cereals some healthy competition. Proud sponsor of the American Diabetes Association.
In Australia, getting lost is never an accident. It's a requirement.
Have you been to the land down under, where rivers flow through lands of wonder? You can almost hear the colors. You better come, you better discover.
Australia, come discover. For your free travel planner, call 1-800-DOWN-UNDER.
Working toward the weekend? Watch the Weekend Outlook to find out what the temperatures will be and if there's a chance of rain. Only on the Weather Channel.
Sun, snow, rain, or fog. Know what to expect. Just 95 cents a minute. Dial 1-900-WEATHER and connect.
Presenting a better way to see and a free trial offer to see it for yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Pat Riley. If you've ever worn contact lenses, you know what this equipment's for. But now there's one-day AccuView. Just wear them a day and throw them away like I do. No fuss, no clutter. Just brand new lenses whenever you need them. As for this equipment,
try the new lens you wear for a day, then throw away. Call 1-800-927-1DAY now. You'll get a certificate good for 5 free pairs of one-day AccuView. Just bring this to your eye doctor. Whether you wear ordinary contacts or glasses, this offer will win you over. But an offer this good can't last forever. So call now to get your certificate for a free 5-day supply. Then, just like Pat, you can throw away all the bother of ordinary contacts. Come on, pick up the phone. Call 1-800-927-1DAY. Give one-day AccuView a shot.
if you're looking to simplify your life, you can't miss.
Watching the Weather Channel. Accurate and dependable forecasts you can always turn to. And when you're away from your television, the Weather Channel forecast is also available from the following.
Attention pilots, time for aviation weather to get you up in the wild blue yonder the safe way. Here's the situation. Satellite and frontal positions and radar all compiled into one. You see the high pressure area ridging from the northeast all the way down towards the Gulf Coast. Now South Florida still getting the wet weather, but there's a little wave on the front, and that coupled with the high going to bring some pretty stiff easterly winds at the surface here, and the storminess is definitely in the heartland of the nation. As of the latest report, 7 a.m., the IFR, MVFR, you see the IFR indicated in the red triangles, and there's patchy areas here because of the fog. It's patchy but locally dense. MVFR through the Appalachians to the south, and of course you get into the stormy weather here in the midsection of the country. We'll see that continuing. Low-level winds at 5,000 feet, strongest over northern Maine, coming out of the northwest at about 60 knots or so. And then you can see an area of high pressure here, the counterclockwise circulation up at 10,000 feet. Strongest winds are up in the plains, and at 34,000 feet, a pretty good little jet max coming from Colorado back into Missouri, so flying from Denver to Kansas City and St. Louis, you have a terrific tailwind today.
Pizza, pizza. Cut. Caesar, you gotta tell the world. Deliver it. Pizza, pizza. No, deliver it. Pizza. D. P. Pizza, pizza.
I used to think he was cute, but now he's starting to bug me.
Maybe we should use one of the backups.
Backups, take one.
Let's just go with what we've got.
Delivery.
Now get the Pizza Salad Special. 2 Little Caesars pizzas and a fresh Express Farm salad, all for one low price.
At 42 minutes after the hour, you can find out what the weather is like in Germany and Spain. At 42 minutes after the hour, you can see the temperatures for Italy and France. And at 42 minutes after the hour, we explain how the conditions for England and Russia can affect travel plans. Watch International Weather, now 42 minutes after every hour, only on the Weather Channel. Weather you can always turn to.
Minutes now past the hour. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. We'll check in on the next 5 days. We'll start it off with the morning satellite picture. It looks fantastic east of the Mississippi. A lot of clear skies this morning. Great TGIF weather. Oh, more rain though in Florida it looks like. And some of those slow movers today could dump anywhere from 1 to 2 or even 3 inches of rain, so we'll watch out for some flooding. You're in a dry air mass though over northern Florida, but you're in deep tropical moisture over central and south Florida ahead of a front. This is where we think the weather could be a little rough today. Now, we're not looking for a huge outbreak of severe storms, but there could be some isolated severe cells here. We were watching out for tornadoes overnight, but that watch area has been canceled, fortunately. We still think that strong storms could fire. Some of them could become severe, and if they do, we'll certainly be the first ones to let you know. Look at the rainfall amounts with some of these slower movers, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain in the past couple of hours or so. This rolls into motion, and you can see that the rain has been spreading off to the northeast. You had some rain over Arizona certainly yesterday morning with all those severe storms, 1 to 2 inches there, and in Florida, yes, rain, lots of it in the past 24 hours or so. More rain possible today. We have an easterly flow that will help to pull some of those storms in off of the Atlantic. They're firing now out over the open waters, and they'll continue to be pulled onshore. More on that in a minute. Lightning data, some recent strikes showing up. This is the most active area this morning, and this is the area we'll have to watch throughout the day. Some of the flashing triangles show some of the more recent strikes in the past couple of minutes or so. These are cloud-to-ground lightning strikes, of course, associated with some of the storms that are rumbling right across this general area. So, again, this is a spot to watch. In the Pacific Northwest, a lot of cloudy weather and some light rain, but clear skies and warm weather in the deserts of the Southwest. High pressure is anchored right over this region, so it's going to be a nice Friday, but we know you would still like some rain in New England. It's been awfully dry this summer. Rain continues over parts of Dade and Broward counties, and again, those storms are developing out over the Atlantic, and they're being pulled on shore by the easterly winds. So just like yesterday, keep the umbrellas handy from Palm Beach to Boca down to Miami and around Homestead. Even though a lot of folks don't have rain right now, the rain showers will pop later in the day. Some of these storms could become severe as the day goes along. Right now, just west of Des Moines, some storms are rumbling. They're not severe, but if they do become severe, we'll scroll the information on your home screens. Right along I-29 earlier, some very heavy downpours, another round of rain rain moving through there. Omaha, you've had some strong storms and gusty winds this morning too. Topeka, some gusty winds in your neck of the woods as well. All right, let's go back to the maps and talk about the extended outlook. High pressure is going to remain anchored right over the east for several days, and it's a pretty strong high, so this is not going to be able to move right through it. This is going to be a blocker for a couple of days, it looks like. So dry weather here all the way through the weekend. This is the area of concern. We have a developing system, and it looks like it will get its act together certainly by later on this afternoon and tomorrow. So continued rain showers and storms here, and then another Pacific system is going to move into the northwest with more clouds, certainly some gusty winds and a chance for more rain. That's a typical weather pattern at this time of the year for folks there. All right, temperature-wise, tonight and tomorrow morning, temperatures will drop into the 20s and 30s in the mountains. It's going to be another cool, frosty night in New England, too. Last night, cold night because of that high pressure that built in, that brought for the clearing skies, and you had some radiational cooling last night. Daytime temperatures today, well, take a look, anywhere from the 80s in Cincinnati to the 60s in Minneapolis. You're looking at 90s, though, in the Big D as folks head to the fairground. The state fairground there in Dallas-Fort Worth for the state fair. It's going to remain pretty warm in Texas, but a little cooling trend in the mountains through Sunday. Warm weather will spread into Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Toledo on Sunday. Oh, Bruce, yeah, I get his attention every time I say Cleveland. He says it's the best location in the nation. I'll let you, he'll tell you more about that in a minute. In the southwest, temperatures will remain hot, over 100 degrees. That's still pretty normal for the folks there. All right, now the chance for rain. Well, not much of a chance in the northeast. You'd like some, but it's not going to pull through. It's going to remain very dry in the east all weekend long. This is the area of concern through Monday. This whole system is going to slide east on Tuesday and bring rain into Pittsburgh and possibly Dallas by Tuesday.
There's a killer out there. Silent knock.
Today you don't hear the knocks and pings that affect your car's performance. You just lose power.
So long, lost power. Hasta la vista, hesitation. Let's take this herd north.
Let's go!
Feel the power. 104 Plus Octane Boost.
104 Plus Octane Boost is available at better auto parts stores.
Rise and shine! It is morning and it is time for breakfast. You have $1.99. What are you going to do?
4 Rise and Shine combos from Hardee's. Choose a made-from-scratch sausage biscuit, ultimate omelet biscuit, biscuit and gravy, or bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. We'll give you hash browns and your choice of coffee, orange juice, or a soft drink. 4 combos, $1.99 each, only from Hardee's.
Answer me, Private. Hardee's. All right. Fresh from the kitchen at Hardee's.
Try made-from-scratch biscuits today at a Hardee's restaurant near you.
26 now past the hour. It's time for the Good Morning Forecast, sponsored by Hardee's. Try Hardee's new $1.99 breakfast combos, fresh from the kitchen at Hardee's. Pretty good idea as you head out the door this morning, but before you break for the door, take a look at your forecast for your Friday. We'll see unsettled weather in the Rockies and the Plains. There'll be some in South Florida, but beyond that, looking pretty fine all in all. You got the high pressure over the northeast, ridging all the way back down towards the lower Mississippi Valley. That'll keep generally fair weather, but see with the high, you got clockwise circulation. The low, you got counterclockwise circulation. So pretty stiff easterly winds. Could be some showers around the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Definitely will be some strong winds felt all the way inland. So a breezy, almost a March or early April type feeling day, while the soggy stuff and the strong to potentially severe storms fire in the plains. And we see one ripple of low pressure heading north. Here comes the next, while everything remains quiet over the east, and a little of a system will bring a few showers to the west. We can see an inch or more of rain in the central plains today, and even some snow in the Rockies.
For thousands of years, travelers have been drawn by the splendors of India. And today you can follow in their footsteps. Trek the mountain trails that Marco Polo explored. Witness the same timeless rituals. Stand like Rudyard Kipling and Mark Twain before the incomparable monuments. And visit the palaces of the great Maharajas. Take the first step of your India adventure today. Call 1-800-852-2800 and ask for your free India travel guide. We'll take you on a tour of palm-fringed shores, mysterious festivals, and we'll introduce you to the greatest treasure of all, the warm welcomes. India. Experience the adventure.
Watch International Weather, now 42 minutes after every hour, only on the Weather Channel. Weather you can always turn to. And now your local forecast. Accurate, convenient, and dependable, only on the Weather Channel.